Thank you for joining us on Ebru Africa this morning. I'm Cherotich. Kenei. This is the On Trend segment where we highlight the stories coming through from the social media. Well, the stories that are coming in with a lot of buzz is the Mombasa story, the Kenya Rugby Sevens, and also we have matters Arsenal. So indeed, after a 6-0 defeat in Stamford Bridge, we're having a lot of people just talk about what is going to happen. We're going to give you a few words of wisdom from Mr. Arsene Wenger himself. And lastly, we'll talk about a story that has gripped the nation with fear and also made the citizens of Kenya just question whether or not the government is doing enough to ensure that the country is safe. So let's begin with matters Mombasa. Now, over the weekend, there was a shootout at a local church in Mombasa. So a lot of people were injured. Some lost their lives. So indeed, it was a tragedy. So we're having a lot of people speak about this particular story on the social media. So this is the place to be when it comes to all things Mombasa, the hashtag Mombasa, where you can highlight stories such as we have here attackers shot dead 2 people on Sunday and wounded 10 when they burst into a church service near Mombasa. So this is Mombasa County, just being rippled with a lot of insecurity. Now, recently we had an expose by a local television station just showing the radical teachings in religion just being one of the main influences of insecurity in the country, not only in Mombasa County alone. So we have here Massimo Mamuye, who says, my heart goes out to that little boy in Mombasa who still has a bullet lodged in his brain after being shot at a church. So indeed, it is quite a sad affair there. So this is indeed the result that we are looking for if you take a look at Mombasa County. But you can also add your comments on what you think about this particular county and what is happening not only here in Mombasa County, but also in Kenya in terms of insecurity. We also have the foul winds. This is just tied in to the Mombasa story, where there was an expose in the local television station where they showed the lapses in security matters when it comes to the anti-terrorism police force to just tackle the issue of terrorism that is being preached not only at home but also in religious institutions such as mosques and churches as well. So indeed, people are questioning whether or not enough is being done when it comes to matters security in the country. So this is just there are links to this particular shows on the internet, but you can have your say on foul winds and also the Mombasa County hashtag, where you can have your voices heard and also just talk to the government and just let the government be aware of exactly what you think about our security situation here in the country at the moment. And lastly, let's finish with matters football. Now, after a 1-0 defeat, indeed, we had to speak a 6-0 defeat, at Stamford Bridge against Arsenal versus Liverpool versus Chelsea. Although it was an away game, indeed, and the people of Arsenal did not have their home base advantage, still something needs to be done for this 6-0 defeat. And indeed, one person is coming out in a voice, and this is Mr. Arsene Wenger. And he says it's back to basics. An accident has happened. That does not mean that we're not a good driver. It just means that we have played about 40 games this season, and it's not what happened on Saturday that reflects the quality of this team. We have 62 points that we had with quality games, and that's what we want to focus on and to get back to that quality. It's time to stick together. The Premier League is, of course, vital, and the FA Cup as well is important. The season is always decided by how well you finish, so at the most important moment of the season, it's vital that we stick together. Just to give you the comments coming through from Mr. Arsene Wenger himself, the team manager for Arsenal. So waiting to see the remaining 7 games, whether they'll do a splendid job or indeed they will move further down from the 62 points. We still have Chelsea leading the tables and followed closely by Liverpool and then Manchester City, and then finally in 4th position is Arsenal. So we'll keep you tuned on what is happening on the British Premier League. But just to finalize, this is the page to be when it comes to matters authenticity in news. Africa this morning is a page to be on Facebook, just to get your taste for news quenched when it comes to matters news, not only here in Kenya, but Africa as well, and the greater world as well. So indeed, this is a page to be to get your latest news updates on what is happening all over the world. I'm Cherotich Kenei, and this is On Trend.